go for a ride. Little advice, whenever you guys are starting your bikes, don't let the tire drag. Use your pedals. Basically, don't drag your wheel. Try to muscle through it with your legs. take a little break for a second. Yeah, the new MZ pipe, the power band is more distinctive. It's not as broad. I mean, it kicks on right at 6. And it's like explosive all the way up to 8, and then that's it. Ain't getting over 85. But my other 49mm cylinder I'll be working on. I'm probably going to do the same thing, remove the transfers. I'm going to try widening the exhaust more. I don't like to drop the intake too much. I don't like to fool with the intake at all besides widening it. It's real easy to take off too much off the bottom specifically, and you'll have real bad reverberation, and it just run like a turd. But I'm not going for top speed, guys. I'm just going for the cheap China stock dependable shit. You know, I'm trying to see how fast I can go, honestly, on the cheap stuff. You know, anybody could get some Falcon 900 or some other motorcycle top end on this shit, but what's the point then? Just get a fucking motorcycle at that point. You're getting away from the whole ghetto-ness of the motorized bicycle to begin with. And then anything over 50 cc's is kind of hard to fib to law enforcement that it's under 50 cc's or under. Once you start, you know, I know they look pretty much identical, but still, I personally like piston port engines with these type engines. Reeds are better in the end, but I don't think you got to do too much work with the reeds with these, and it just, the payoff doesn't seem. And plus, I have a theory that you're able to achieve higher RPM with a piston port in general, because reeds, if you think about it, think of your intake velocity, right? That's a thing. If you got a reed opening and shutting, just the fact that it shuts, you think that's speeding up your intake charge? No, it ain't. You may have a more accurate intake flow, but the fact it's doing this, I don't think you're going to get as fast as flow. Now, yeah, with reeds, you're able to have more intake surface area. Like, you could fucking really, all that, the port timing's kind of, you know, relied on that reed now, so you don't need the piston port. Anyway, so too much fucking work with the reeds. I like piston port setups. I'm blasting it with a stock intake, so guys, you spend all that money going like 5 miles an hour faster. But yeah. Anyway, let's see how warm we are. Yeah, this bottom end, I think it's going out on us, guys. Like I said, that's the 4th top end on there. I could split open the case and change bearings, but I don't feel like that crap. Anyway, trying to think of some more tips. Right now, I'm going careful in the counter steering, just because I armor all the tires, and I should. Don't put armor on your fucking tires, guys. I put armor all on my tires, and literally the first turn I went into, it felt squirrely. So I can't put the faith on the weight on that front tire like I want to right now until it's like sanded off, I guess. And another thing with these iron sleeve cylinders, guys, if you think you're just going to bolt it on and go, it's probably going to be a bigger turd than you realize. It needs tons and tons of work. Just the fact that it has a sleeve. Remember, it's a cast cylinder with a sleeve pressed into it, and it ain't accurately cut out. The sleeve is not accurately cut out for the ports, and you got all kinds of fucking bullshit hanging over. And so, man, there's a lot of cleanup to do in that bitch. And on top of that, it's a steel lined cylinder, so you ain't dremeling through it as easy. But that's the top end I'd get, guys. It's only like $35 for the complete top end, as long as you got a bottom. They sell a kit right now. I bought it for $120, but you can get a nice AF80 crank bottom, that cylinder, and a head that's kind of like that, but it's a cast, and it needs to be sanded down. It all needs love, but it's $160 now. But I'd still recommend that over a fucking bullshit Bikeberry, Dingleberry, or Zeta Motorsports ain't around no more. Fucking con artist. Anyway, guys, when you think about going to these big stores like Bikeberry and bullshit like that to buy your stuff, remember, they don't manufacture anything. They get drop shipments most likely, so they probably don't even have anything in their warehouse. They're sending it from somewhere else. My point is they don't build shit. They're just another middleman getting shit through eBay like you could be doing. And most of the time, you can find killer deals on little boutique shops. Basically, some eBay seller that really doesn't understand what they're selling. You know, so you can't ask questions on people. Like, half the time you ask them what crank it is and shit, they have no fucking idea what you're talking about. So you kind of got to know by looking at them. A good judgment is just the 8mm studs, but you can't always go by that either. But anyway, guys, let's get this bitch back on the road. See all them people looking at me at the park. Haters make you famous. Remember that, guys. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this.